time. Now, we're still looking at the insecurity situation in the southeast part of Nigeria, and you just heard from Sonny Chukwumele, who's the leader of One Nigeria Forum. Now, Professor Charles Nwakeaku, who is the secretary of the Igbo Elders Forum, is with me in the studio. It's good to see you, and thanks for your time. I really wished we could all manage, to put smiles on our faces, because what's happening in Nigeria Southeast is really worrying. You were at that meeting of the Igbo elders. Give us first an idea of how it went.
Well, it was a successful meeting because any person in Igbo land attended that meeting. Serving governors attended the meeting, former ministers, former senators, serving members of the National Assembly, traditional rulers. So many illustrious Igbo sons and daughters attended that meeting because the security situation in the Southeast has taken a dangerous dimension, and no person feels safe anymore. And we started asking questions whether we are still a part of this country, because one major objective of a state, the state has a social contract with the people. The people have surrendered their rights, their fundamental human rights, to the state. In return, the state is supposed to protect the lives and property of the people. But that doesn't seem to be the case in the Southeast. And we are wondering whether Southeast is still part of this country. We look for government nowhere. The youth are agitating. So many agitation because of age-long exclusion of the people of Southeast in governance. Age-long deprivation of amenities in the Southeast. You go to Southeast, you can't identify any federal government presence, and you see almost every kilometer, sometimes half kilometer, you see police. It's like, our place is like a conquered territory, a police state. And as
a result of what?
Well, as a result of insecurity.
It wasn't so some years ago.
It wasn't like that before.
So as a result of what?
An average Igbo man usually look forward going home. It doesn't matter where he lives. But the reverse seems to be the case now, to the extent that now some Igbos bury their deaths outside Igbo land. But one hallmark of Igbo land is that wherever an Igbo man or woman dies, the corpse should go home. But that is no longer the situation.
But Professor Charles, it's a case of cutting one's nose to spite one's face. You have a problem, but your people suffer. You inflict injury on yourself. It's like someone plucking out his eyes, and you expect someone else to go blind. So.
No. I do not share your view in the first place.
It's not a view. You say your people should sit at home. You don't want your people to go out. Who suffers?
Don't we have government again? Why would some miscreants say stay at home? People obey them. What does government do? It seems that government has abandoned the people. Look, we have a contract with the government. Which
arm of government?
The federal government. Because
why aren't we also looking at the states?
The state has limitation. We know that state can do something. But under the Nigerian federalism, where 68 items are under the exclusive list, the states are almost helpless. The president is chief security officer of the federation. Except recently, no Igbo man is heading any security agencies in the country, except recently that an Igbo man was made.
I was going to look straight in your eyes.
No person.
But again,
you go to Security Council, no Igbo person.
Let's be objective,
yes.
Professor Charles. When such actions are taken, for instance, to curb the menace, the people of that region also cry foul. So that is why people are asking what truly can be done to ensure that peace is brought back.
Yes, certainly we are doing something. we'll be trying our best. You know, before the Anambra State governorship election last year, some youths said that there will be no election, Fatapop in particular. We reach out to them, explain to them why there should be elections, and they considered there was election. Even before the recent general election, and people said there will be no election. We reach out to them. And not just that, we've been reaching out to them, but we have limitation as citizens. There is much government can do. First of all, government needs to reassure the people of the Southeast that they are part of this country. Because that's why when somebody will give directive, people tend to obey them because they believe that the government is not protecting them. Otherwise, why would a non-state actor give directive and people obey? Because people have lost confidence in the leadership. And we are asking the federal government to demonstrate that they are part of this country. We pay our taxes. We fulfill our obligations to the government. Government should do something so that these people, youths that are protesting, we believe that they are part of them. You know that they don't even, at a stage they said that we are part of the problem. That we are not talking to the government. We are talking to the government. You can see, we are talking to the government. We've made several appeals. Government include people of Southeast at every level of governance, especially at the federal level, so that people will have at least a sense of belonging. Government provides some amenities in that place. People will have a sense of belonging. And the government, there's a time government needs to act. It's not forthcoming. And we're asking, are we still part of this country? We need the federal government. And that's why we also added recently, say government. Since these youths are pointing at one direction, the release of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, who is incarcerated, the leader of IPOB, we say, look, government, based on our findings, if this man is fundamental to peace process in the Southeast, release Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. Since a court of competent jurisdiction has discharged and acquitted him of 15 charges, why is federal government still holding him? Release him, because some miscreants are using that as an excuse to foment trouble. And we are still appealing that federal government can help people of Southeast by releasing Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. We believe he's a freedom fighter, he's not a criminal, and the court of competent jurisdiction has acquitted him. So release him. If you release him, you see that these people will no longer have any reason.
Historically speaking,
no person will
have you seen or heard of a freedom fighter who encourages people to kill his own people?
The young man court has acquitted him of that. The
question is,
yes.
Have you seen in history a freedom fighter who encourages people to kill his own people?
My friend,
in the quest
those people
for freedom.
Those people killing in Igbo land are not Igbos. Yes, we challenge the government. Arrest and prosecute them if you say they are Igbos. Remember what happened in Owerri prison, where they say unknown gunmen entered the prisons, a walking distance from the government house, Owerri, which is state police command opposite there, and they operated for almost 3 hours. No person was arrested. And the military base opens 10-minute drive from that place, and no person was arrested. And we have security agencies operating. We want government to arrest them, and they prove to us that they are Igbos. Recently also, you know that some people who were arrested, the Imo State governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, said that over 70% of them are not Igbos. So why would they? Yes, they are not.
So from where?
It is left for the government to identify where they are from, because government controls the...
When he spoke, he didn't tell where these people are from?
Well, what he confirmed that they were not Igbos. And so it's not, he may not have it to find out where they
Well, the good thing is that the people of the region have moved, and they're moving to see that this is resolved.
Yes.
I'd like to thank you for your time, Professor Charles Nwakeaku. Well, I'll also let our viewers know that this is a short moment because of some time lost in your commuting to the studio. So we do hope that we'll have a robust conversation in the days to come.